It is time now for us to make our picks. The Browns in London taking on the Vikings, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's make our picks. I've been leaning all week towards picking the Browns. I'm a little nervous the way I was in week one. Like, I felt like there were just too many people who were like, yeah, the Browns are going to win this game. But I do just think the Browns are going to win this game. And I think it's because I don't think it's for any other reason than I think that defensive line is going to dominate. I just don't see how Minnesota is going to be able to slow down that pass rush with Myles Garrett, even if he's playing on a bad ankle. Mason Graham, who's starting to come on as a pass rusher. Malik Collins has been really good. On the other side, Alex Wright and Isaiah McGuire are creating pressure. They just come in waves. And I just think that matchup alone is enough to swing this in the Browns' favor. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game because I think Minnesota and Brian Flores are going to, mess things up for Dylan Gabriel a little bit. I think he'll be fine. I don't think we're going to come away from this feeling like he's a disaster or anything. I think it'll just look like a rookie starting his first game against a great defensive coordinator. Then on the other side, it's going to look like Carson Wentz playing against a great defense and a great defensive coordinator. So I think the Browns are going to win this game. I'm going to say 12-11.
I have been hesitant all week to pick the Browns, mainly because of what happened in Detroit, and mainly because I picked them last week to pull off an upset. I talked myself into it. Dan helped me talk myself into it, and I was embarrassed. I don't like feeling embarrassed, but also I know rationally I could be getting sucked into the sunk cost fallacy at this point and doubling down and saying, well, I can't pick them because they embarrassed me last week. But that has nothing to really do with it. And I look at last week and I think, you know what? That defense really did only give up 10 points. And that defense really did hold them to about 109 rushing yards when they had been running teams down up until that point. So I feel like I have to still stick with my initial gut and pick the Browns in a weird game for, quite honestly, the reason Dan said. This Vikings offense is just beat up enough, and the line is being held together by chewing gum and duct tape, and I just think it's a bad matchup for them this week to have to face the Browns pass rush. So I'm going to go with the weird score too, because why not? Still not going to pick the Browns to score 20 points. I'm going to go Browns 19, Vikings, let's say 15.
Well, it's going to be a clean sweep for the .comers, which of course makes me think that now we're all going to be wrong. But I'm picking the Browns to win this game too, largely for the same reasons that you guys are. But also because I do kind of think that Dylan Gabriel is going to provide this offense with a little bit of a spark, and this team with a little bit of a spark, with some energy, with some vitality, with some youth. And I do think that it's going to have an impact, and it's going to penetrate the whole entire football team. So I am picking the Browns to win this game. And I also don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And I have the Browns winning 20-17.